Hello guys, this is AK360 again today, and we got a chance to check on the Yamaha's new sports bike. So the first time we saw R15 was in 2008 Auto Expo. It was the same time as we have seen the FZ series, the time when Yamaha set a new stage to perform in the Indian market. Since then, we have seen Yamaha doing their best to bring in the best commuter and the performance oriented bikes like the one we have today, the third generation, which has been going on for over a decade. So, what does it offer this time? So, it comes in dual tone colors, red and grey, and blue and black combination. The design got sharper with aggressive looks. It got a new paint job with minimal body graphics, which is good enough. And make sure this is a full plastic muscular tank, not a metal one, and it got a very good aerodynamic front, which we'll talk more about in the below. It has got an edgy tail, lower than previous generations but still a bit high for the pillion. It has also borrowed some of the racing DNA from the bigger brother, the R1, such as the Delta box chassis, which has been existing since the first generation of the R15, with a shorter wheelbase to give better agility and responsiveness even in the cornering and as well as for at high speeds. It has got a bigger cowl, which looks inspired from the same bigger brothers R1 and the YZR M1, so you can tuck in to it nicely to avoid any wind blast during high speeds on the highway. And it's got a LED light, tail light and a headlight, which are not so powerful enough, but we see what we see in the Dominos in the recent market, but it is much better than the FZ25. The YZF R15 mounts a new 155cc liquid cooled 4-valve fuel injected engine to achieve excellent power to achieve better top speeds. When it comes to top speed, I have seen people doing 140 plus without any hassle. So the engine produces a maximum of 14.2 kilowatts, which is at 19.3 PS of power at 10,000 rpm, which is at the highest rev that you can get in this bike in this class, with a maximum torque of 15 Nm of at 8,500 rpm. So this makes it clear that you can rev your bike to the maximum to get the maximum output of this bike. You also get a 6-speed transmission with assist and slipper clutch for easy downshifting during deceleration, which is missing on other bikes in this class segment, which is a good option, and thanks to Yamaha. The R1 style cockpit equipped with a full color LCD instrument gauge with shift light and VVA indicator. What is that? So it is similar to that you have seen on the FZS 2.0, kind of an eco indicator light for higher fuel efficiency at each level of gears till the 5th. So but here it is only for higher performance. If you want the most out of it on the performance way, then keep the engine revving at higher RPMs, because this can take till 10,000 RPMs as I described above. But Yamaha also claims the low end is also supported by the VVA system, the first ever high performance system which provides torque for ease of use even at the lower RPMs, which is good. No more worries on the slim 6-pack tires that you used to get on the older versions. This time you get a bit muscled up, bigger MRF Nilo grip Zappa tire at the rear, 140 mm by 70, a 17-inch wheel, and a front with 100 by 80, a 17-inch wheel supported by telescopic fork suspension and a rear monoshock swing arm setup for better support on both track and street riding. The seat cushions are on the harder side, so you might feel a bit hard sitting on this for a longer drive. So I might have told in the beginning about the front cowl, which is good, But if you look through the aerodynamic shape, we initially thought there was holes in the front where it could absorb the air and cool the engine, but it's completely covered. There's nothing that goes through that hole. It's just for showcase. So moving on to my observations, like what I feel about this bike. So the bike feels lighter at 139 kilos. The split handlebars are of a low profile, so it gives a racing stance every time you take this bike for a ride. So even a 6 foot tall or even for 5'8" people can sit relaxed, because you'll be able to plant your foot on the ground easily without any trouble. So if you're used riding the RCs before, then you will enjoy commuting this bike even with a pillion on a daily basis, because the seat height, the back pillion seat has come a little lower compared to the older version, rather than, because the old bikes look a little bit awkward, because the pillion has, looks like he's the only one driving from the back. He's gonna touch the sky. Sorry for that. So I was expecting USD forks, the upside down forks, which would have given a more aggressive stance in the front rather than the regular telescopic suspension setup which is given on this bike. And coming to the efficiency part, the fuel capacity has been reduced from 12 liters to 11 liters, and the sad part is you only get 1 liter of reserve. So make sure you keep the tank filled, especially when you have Bandh, when you're gonna hear about any strike before the next day. So don't try to run your bike on the reserve, you might get stuck at some point. So being a high performance oriented bike, so I expected they would have given ABS on this, which would have been a very added advantage, because this can top speeds at 140 without any trouble. So coming to the plastics, which I felt Yamaha has cut down the price on these plastics, because when you try to manipulate the switches, they feel like low quality plastic, which they don't feel like Yamaha's top class. But the fit and finishing is good, but compared to other variants of the bikes, this felt little low on this plastics. Are we ready to spend 1.5 plus lakhs on road in Bangalore price to own this baby? I would say 50-50. It's up to the people. If you can spend the same amount on a 200 or 250cc, it's up to you. Or if you're a Yamaha fan and you're okay to go with 155cc, then you can go ahead. But think before you buy it. Take a ride and choose up to your, and fix your mind and your price, and if you're ready to take this bike or not. So if you're a racetrack oriented guy, and you also get Pirelli tires, and you also get the Daytona silencer muffler, which sounds pretty good. So I'll make a video of it pretty soon. So I'll come back with more updates on this bike pretty soon, because I couldn't get a complete ride on this, because they are yet to get the test vehicle into my area. Since I'm busy with my office work, I couldn't go longer showrooms which are far away from me. So pardon on this. Thank you. There are a few things which I missed checking on this. The USB port, which is for mobile charging, and compared to the international variant, you don't get the upside forks. As I told you, only get the telescopic forks, the standard ones. And I think we're also missing the ABS, which I already spoke. That's one of the missing things in India. We might get it in the future. So we'll see. I'll come back with more details on this bike, with a detailed review and with the test ride, the complete test ride. So this is all I got for today, guys. This is AK signing off for today. Please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as we have some exciting videos to come in future. So leave your comments and I will reply back at the earliest. Drive safe and bye all for now.